but to send a message to the defense, you can have a lot to handle in this one.
This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Texans taking the field again here offensively, coming off that win in the wild card game. Now the question is, can they go to Kansas City and win? That's a place where they did win, Charles, back in Week 6, 31-24. It might be a little tougher this go-around.
It will be tougher, but they carry with them great momentum because, look, doesn't it feel like every time Houston qualifies for the playoffs, they play in that Saturday wild card game, the first one out of the gate? A lot of people around the league call it the Houston Invitational. But this time they win it.
It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Houston. 49 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson, and the Texans have retaken the lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
As Indianapolis gets ready for this next drive, Charles, I want to get your thoughts on where they move after this season, because they were contenders much of the year. Remember, they were 5-2 and then eventually finished 7-9, but it looked like for a moment the AFC South was going to be theirs. What happened to this team, and where do they go?
Well, they had a bunch of injuries down the stretch, and you have to remember, going all the way back, this was a team that had to make the big adjustment at quarterback when Andrew Luck decided to retire right before the season. Jacoby Brissett became the starter, played fairly well, had a couple of injuries himself. The general manager at the end of the year did say the jury is still out on Jacoby Brissett, but they like him and they like his potential. The one good thing they've got going for them, if they can get a couple guys healthy, they've got a heck of a team coming back next year, led by their all-pro offensive guard, Quentin Nelson.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Hines, and he'll be taken down at the 34. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Lott. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Vinatieri's kick is good, but hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Luck, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Luck throwing again. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. But wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the 1st. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now then the penalty's got them set up with a 1st and goal. Now Luck defers to Mack. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Mack. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Luck. He's got Jack Doyle. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. So a fake field goal run in for the touchdown. That can be a huge momentum swing.
And that's got to drive a defensive coach and a special teams coach crazy. Someone else running it in on a fake field goal when you're supposed to be alert for it. Terrific play by the offense, not so much by the defense.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Watson looking long for time. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
Now that was probably the... And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have.
Now a hit and Luck lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Funchess has it complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Luck now to throw. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 2nd and 9, Luck. It's caught by Funchess. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. On 1st and 10, Luck. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To the air again, Luck. Left side, Doyle with it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Again, Luck. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. time left to go out and get that victory.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. From one end zone to the other.